Whether you're contemplating moving here or just stopping by, Mexico City is an unforgettable destination that is filled with more culture, history, and art than you could ever take in. However, when you think of places to visit, everyone seems to have the same few locations on their list.
With so much stunning architecture and underrated spots that have been left undiscovered, we thought that we would share with you our own list of must-see hidden gems in Mexico City. Those are sure to leave you in awe. Along Mexico City's beloved Alameda Central Park, you will be able to find the Museo Kaluz. It is located in the 18th century neoclassical building, which used to be a private residence. In 2011, it was acquired by Kaluz Group and converted into the Museo Kaluz, which currently exhibits modern and contemporary art by European and Mexican artists. The preservation of the historical elements, combined with its new role as a museum, creates a unique setting for visitors to appreciate both the architectural beauty and the art within the Museo Kaluz. Natural light shines through the large windows and skylights throughout the building, creating a calming ambience for visitors. The building also features a rooftop terrace that provides an aerial view to Alameda Park and surrounding area of Colonia Centro. You can get a guided tour in English or Spanish, and it will cost you 300 pesos.
Trotsky's house is devoted to the life and work of Russian revolutionary leader Leon Trotsky. It is located in Mexico City's Coyoacan neighborhood, just minutes away from Casa Azul, where Frida Kahlo used to live. And they were even said to have an affair. Built in the 1930s, this became Trotsky's final home after he was banished from the Soviet Union. The house interiors are very minimalistic, containing only necessary items that could be used in everyday life and busy work of a revolutionary writer. You can still see bullet holes on the bedroom walls from failed assassination attempts. And he did eventually get killed in this house by a Soviet agent right at his desk. The house also contains a beautiful garden, very typical for this area of Mexico City. Trotsky's resting place is located in the middle of this garden. The tickets to the museum are 20 to 40 pesos.
Museum of Tolerance in Mexico City is a profound testament to the resilience of humanity and a beacon of hope for a more inclusive and compassionate world. Nested in the heart of the vibrant metropolis, right across the street from Alameda Park in Colonia Centro, the Museum of Tolerance showcases a diverse range of topics from the Holocaust and human rights struggles to contemporary issues of discrimination. Its innovative approach to storytelling immerses visitors in a multisensory experience, creating an emotional connection and fostering empathy. Tickets will cost you 115 pesos per person.
Known to many as its own standalone work of art, the Anahuacalli Museum displays Diego Rivera's collection of pre-Hispanic art and is a testament to his dedication to preserve indigenous culture of Mesoamerica. The architecture of the museum is an immaculate fusion of contemporary and pre-Hispanic features, which include a pyramid-shaped structure constructed of volcanic stone that blends in perfectly with the surrounding environment. Visitors may view Rivera's enormous murals and collection of pre-Columbian artwork and artifacts inside the museum. The entire building was created and designed by Diego Rivera himself, who regarded it as his most significant piece of art. If you visit Frida's Blue House, the ticket will also include a visit to Anahuacalli Museum.
This magnificent house, designed by architectural legend Luis Barragán, was originally built in 1948 and is still known as the turning point in Barragán's career. Located in the Miguel Hidalgo district, this home is known as a sacred space of Mexican modernism, and it represents contemporary architecture in an iconic way. The Casa Barragan's architectural features are outstanding, with a unique use of color, light, and the intersection of space and shadow. The home's layout is simple, yet the architect was able to incorporate his own unique flair and pops of color to bring a vivid personality to the house. inclusion of water features such as serene reflecting pool increases the atmosphere of serenity and relaxation. If you decide to have a guided tour in Casa Barragan, make sure to book several weeks or even months in advance. This is a very popular destination among architecture geeks and tickets sell out really fast. We recommend taking a guided tour in English or Spanish. The groups are up to 6 people and guides are very knowledgeable and passionate about the subject.
Biblioteca Vasconcelos is a grand library that also acts as a cultural space that is located in the central part of Mexico City. The library structure is a true technical marvel with giant white shelves that appear to float in mid-air and a big central atrium brimming with daylight. The design blends aspects of Mexican culture such as the use of conventional materials like obsidian and red horizontal stone and is supported by gigantic concrete pillars. The Biblioteca Vasconcelos also has a botanical garden which is one of its most outstanding attractions.
Surprise! Another Luis Barragán design. We just can't get enough of it. That being said, there is a good reason why this particular home is a must visit. This was actually Barragán's final home design, which was inspired solely by the beautiful jacaranda tree that sits in the courtyard of the property. On the outside, Casa Gilardi has a light pink exterior, however inside, Barragán did what he does best by mixing a bright palette with effective positioning of natural light to create a flawless interior that is both colorful yet not overwhelming. The goal of the building's design was to create a seamless transition between the interior and exterior areas. The house is privately owned and Gilardi family still lives there. The tours are rare and they need to be booked in advance. They are guided by one of the family members who has unique knowledge of Barragán's work as well as the history of the house. Fun fact, you might have seen Casa Gilardi and several other buildings from our list in the popular music video by Elton John and Britney Spears. Make sure to check it out.
If you want to see true muralism, then you must stop by Colegio de San Ildefonso, a former Jesuit institution. The building is hidden inside the block and looks like many other buildings around it, so you don't really know what a gem is hidden inside. Some people even call it the Cathedral of Murals. Diego Rivera's artwork beautifully decorates the walls of the building, which is also impressive on its own, with its architectural features and design. It has magnificent neoclassical front and an interior with lovely arches and a central courtyard. It is free to visit, but you would need to show your ID when you enter and make sure to check ahead of time because it's not open every day.
Chapel and Convent of Capuchinas Sacramentarias in Tlalpan. In the 1950s, the original 18th century convent was in a state of disrepair and the religious order commissioned Luis Barragán to renovate and redesign the complex. Barragán's design transformed the space, incorporating his distinct architectural style and principles like use of color, minimalist aesthetics, light and shadow, and symbolism. Convent is open for tours and you need to call in advance and arrange your visit with one of the nuns.
We just exited the convent. Unfortunately, there is no footage there. You are not allowed to take any pictures. Tour is actually guided by nuns themselves. There are 17 sisters who live in the convent. They're proud of these designs. They ask you to pay attention to the features of the furniture. They always mention the furniture is designed by Barragán himself. You see the proportions of a cube in many spaces. Sometimes they're more elongated vertically, sometimes horizontally, but it reads really well from large spaces like courtyard or the main space with the altar, all the way to like the doors and the proportion of the windows. She showed us the play of light that Barragán used a lot. So because the windows stained yellow, it changes the colors of the walls around the room. Even though some walls are white, they read as yellow. Some walls are magenta, close to magenta. Because of the yellow glass, it paints it orange. It changes the entire atmosphere in the room. Shocking enough, features that Barragán typically uses that signify his style, I actually used here as well. Even one of the areas of the main prayer room is designed after one of his other projects that he incorporated into the prayer room, which was incredible for us to learn. I'm as an architect, I've been to architectural tours before, I toured different buildings in different parts of the world, but it's the first time when I was given a tour by a sister and she talks architecture to me, which was absolutely amazing. I cried 3 times. It's an amazing space, it's an amazing atmosphere. I think everyone who visits Mexico City and who loves Barragán's work or relate to art should visit this space.
Number 1 on our list, Casa en el Aire. Located in Mexico City's Bosques de las Lomas neighborhood, it was built in 1990s as a family home by Mexican architect Agustin Hernandez, famous for his style of sculptural architecture. The house in the air resembles a massive ship leaving a futuristic port in the skies. This one-of-a-kind house sits on top of a 45-degree slope that leads up a peaceful tree-lined lane. The house is held up by 2 concrete slabs that rise to the heavens like the gates of Eden, with a sizable circular opening piercing them. The steel cantilevers that resemble a boat's keel and is made up of 4 fused triangular shapes emerges from the center of this.
Every corner you turn, you're bound to see something breathtaking here in Mexico City. We hope we have inspired you to take a step off the beaten path and venture away from the popular spots.
Which of these locations you're going to visit first? Let us know in the comments below. And who knows, maybe in this process you'll find something new that we haven't even heard about.
If you do, we'd love to know all about it. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time.